My name's Alistair O'Neill. I'm Professor of Fashion at Central St Martin's. I'm here today at the Alexander McQueen Archive in London. It's my great honour to be able to show you some of the incredible things that are housed here. I've selected the collection Widows of Culloden from Autumn/Winter 2006. The collection was titled Widows of Culloden to commemorate the final battle of the Jacobite Rising of 1745, which was conducted in the name of Scottish independence. And the collection is a curious combination of anger and romanticism as well. It wasn't the first time that Lee McQueen used tartan in his collections. It was seen in Highland Rape, in Joan, but I think Widows of Culloden represents the summation of his use of the tartan and his dexterity in tailoring it in garment form. Now, if you use any patterned fabric when you're tailoring or even dressmaking, it becomes all the harder because you need to match the pattern at the seams when you're bringing two panel pieces together. And this is why these particular garments, which we have here, we've got a pantsuit from the collection and we've got a trouser suit here on the table, really represent time-consuming dexterity in being able to handle tartan cut on the bias. This jacket, as well as the trouser that goes with the suit and the pantsuit behind me, are all made from Lee McQueen's family tartan, which is produced by Lochcarron, a mill in the Scottish Highlands that's been there since the mid-19th century. And that was a really, really important point for McQueen. He saw tartan as a visual signifier of clanship and a kind of unbroken thread between then and now. This jacket is in an infantry style, which is in keeping with the 42nd Highlanders jacket style. It was intended to accommodate the kilt and sporran underneath it, or the tartan trews, which these mimic in a way, which were worn by a Scottish regiment in the British Army all the way up until the First World War. This particular jacket has gilt buttons down both sides, which are non-functional, and they're set into bound buttonholes. And the gilt buttons bear the insignia of a double-headed eagle. And this symbolises the Scottish rite of Freemasonry. And it's that kind of forensic approach to historical detail that really marks Widows of Culloden. So these gilt buttons are actually decorative, and the jacket actually fastens with a faux waistcoat that is set into the jacket underneath. So the first thing that we notice when we look at the back of the garment is that our eye is drawn to this particular point in the tartan check. And this is because this is often where the true alignment of geometric pattern is placed in tailoring. So it's at its most noticeable, and everything else falls around that centre point. And the way it's finished at the bottom is really interesting. I'm going to lift these points up so you can see the tail. This is a construction feature of 18th century corsetry. So it's really, really nice to see it on a tailored jacket. So this pantsuit is another great example of McQueen's use of his family tartan. The upper part has this extravagant, oversized shawl cover with peak lapels and with a kind of braid to it, which purposefully doesn't match the tartan of the collar so that it actually draws the eye. Each leg is cut from 4 panels and it runs down the crease line. It's hard to see on the stand how the tartan properly aligns, and the reason for this is because this is not cut to be understood flat, it's cut to be understood in the round, on a body, in motion. Now, the reason why McQueen wanted to use his family tartan was because he was incredibly proud of his Scottish ancestry. But more than that, he didn't just want it to be a lesson in design, he also wanted it to be a political lesson in history. He wanted to point to the bloodied actuality of Scottish history to counter the romanticism that still very much swirls around it. McQueen tartan has once again re-emerged as a key fabric for the brand, and since his arrival, Sean McGurr has used it a number of occasions and will continue to do so, which is really exciting. I thought it would be nice to also show you some of the accessories that were developed for Widows of Culloden. What we have here are featherwork pieces, essentially. So this is a neck piece. It's constructed of pheasant feathers to be worn under one of the tweed jackets. And these two hat designs are by Philip Tracy. And these make use, again, of pheasant feathers. And this is something that Tracy went on to develop in subsequent collections with McQueen. So there are two features to this jacket which make it really remarkable. Firstly, this really, really large shawl collar where the point of the collar is actually tied into the lapel. This means that when it's worn, it envelops the neck. And the other feature that's really interesting about this garment is the peplum skirt that the jacket has. But what I really want to point out is the construction of the back of the jacket. So it has two central panel pieces. So they run from under the collar to the base of the spine. There are two further panels which run down from the sleeve head to then connect to the peplum, which is really, really fantastic tailoring. And for spring-summer 2025, we can see the peplum detail re-emerging in the bird's tail jacket designed by Sean McGurr, which is this really interesting amalgam of men's workwear and women's tailoring.